Hello. How are you? Today I'm reacting to not my favorite European country, Russia, and not my favorite dictator's mansion, Putin. The fact that Russia, I still don't understand like how Russia is in Asia and Europe. But the fact that it's at all associated with Europe is kind of strange at this point. I feel like we need to draw a new line. Or you guys do. I'm not European, so whatever. Anyway, apparently he has a secret bunker and billion-dollar palace. So I figured I'd react to that. I'm extremely curious. Let's watch.
This is Vladimir Putin's billion-dollar palace overlooking the Black Sea. It has its own casino and ice hockey rink.
How does it have its own casino? That just sounds stupid. It's stupid because it's like, why would you go to the casino? Like, why would Putin, he's already a billionaire, have any fun at a casino? And why would, especially if it's your own casino? Like, you're the house, you're the one making the money. It just is stupid to me. The only reason to go to the casino is if you're like not super rich and you have this dream of like making some money that night. Like, haha, let's go in, let's make some money, boys. I just think that's embarrassing that he has a casino in his own house.
And it's surrounded by a special no-fly zone. Underground tunnels also lead to a secret bunker.
What?
The bunker itself is clear.
I wonder if he went down in there this past week.
For the worst case scenario. He was also considering a possibility of chemical attack.
He's also thinking about defense.
What is that thing? That looks like something out of Halo.
How can he protect himself from external threats? How can he protect himself?
Does that guy just have to do that all day? With
from
whatever that thing
his
is?
own people if they decide they don't want him around anymore.
Insider decoded satellite images, renderings, and photos of his hideout to see how far Putin will go to ensure his survival.
My God.
The 190,000 square foot mansion is near the resort town of Gelendzhik in southern Russia. That's 1,000 miles away from his official residence, the Grand Kremlin Palace in Moscow.
He's got two palaces?
Diagrams reveal that this mansion has 11 bedrooms above ground and a high-security bunker below.
The bunker was constructed to have two different supplies of oxygen. There's at least a tunnel to bring additional provisions.
A drawing shows the two tunnels are hidden in the hill under the mansion. They are around 130 and 200 feet long. Cross-sectional sketches show
So it's literally like Dr. Evil's lab in the mountain.
15-inch thick concrete walls that appear to be blast-proof. The tunnels also have multiple ventilation shafts in case of a chemical attack that could pollute the air. And they're equipped with a fresh water supply, sewage lines, and a fire system. Everything Putin would need to survive for weeks at a time.
Wow.
There's also a lot of space to store cables.
There are racks and racks and racks for conduit. It can be for power, it can be fiber optic cable, for internet, for the phone, so that if the worst happens, all this power, all of this communications will continue to flow into Putin's palace.
An elevator shaft connects the
Putin's
tunnels.
palace.
The lower one includes a moving walkway leading to the beach on the Black Sea, allowing for a quick escape. These tunnels were built over 10 years ago. That shows how long Putin has obsessed over his safety.
This is
Yeah, he seems kind of worried.
back when Putin was meeting with US presidents, when there was like a reset button.
That's really not that long ago. 10 years ago?
We now know that in the back of his head, he was making preparations for existential conflict with the West.
3D renderings also reveal how luxurious this palace really is.
There's an enormous guest house. There's a church. There is a hookah lounge
I don't know if that's a hookah lounge.
with what appears to be a stripper pole.
Enhance! That is a pole. Yes. A stripper might go on it.
There is a special dormitory, a separate
Interesting that there's only one. I wonder how that girl feels, the one stripper. Bunch of creepy old oligarchs staring at you. I mean, I guess she probably makes a lot of money.
A stripper pole. There is a special dormitory, a separate complex of buildings intended to house staff and security guards. There is what appears to be a comms communications center. It's got almost everything you could imagine.
What's this?
These
What is that
plans
thing?
were first posted online in
Looks like something for the Olympics.
early 2010 by a Russian construction company called MetroStyle.
They were actually hired as a private contractor to dig the bunkers underneath Putin's palace. So there was a screen capture of these old diagrams. And then that circulated for years among Russians on like obscure message boards.
An anonymous source within these networks called Postman forwarded them to Insider in May.
You're telling me the dudes who built Putin's secret palace and secret passageways posted it on their website?
He is a Russian man and a member of a group who calls itself Sect Z. He
Sexy?
and his fellow diggers were against the war,
Is this a joke? They call themselves sexy?
and they were against the crackdown on their community that's been taking place in Russia in recent years.
But many Russians first found out about the palace in a 2021 documentary by Putin's political opponent Alexei Navalny.
Это не загородный дом, не дача, не резиденция. Это целый город, а скорее королевство.
The home is said to be privately funded by
Who is that guy? So he's like exposing Putin? I hope they killed him yet?
Целый город, а скорее королевство.
The home is said to be privately funded by one of Putin's closest associates.
The Russian oligarch, that's the person who owns the property on paper. I believe there's evidence that Putin himself has traveled there multiple times. Now, is there
That's kind of lame how his hand went up.
that Putin himself has
I don't know. Looks like, I don't know. It kind of looked like an amateur move.
traveled there multiple times? Now, is there a deed with his name on it that shows in black and white that he owns it? I'm not sure that there is.
Putin has other similar assets. A Russian media outlet revealed that he has a 3-story fishing villa in Finland. A close friend reportedly built the $3.2 million mansion for Putin. It is said to have a security house,
That's $3.2 million? Honestly, here in America, at least in like California, this would be like $100 million.
a wine cellar, and a billiard room. And that's not it.
There is a lot of public funds that are going towards building and renovation of different kind of bunkers and tunnels across Russia that could be used for something better, that could be used to make Russia a better place and to help Ukrainians rebuild their country after the damage that Russia's done to it.
I don't think they're going to be sending the money there,
All leaders of nuclear states make
but it's a good point.
emergency plans. The US government has a hideout under the White House. There's a bomb shelter at Camp David and a nuclear bunker at Mount Weather. But Putin's palace is different.
What it's designed to do is ensure the continuity of one person, of Putin. It's focused on him
Yeah.
and him staying alive.
Yeah, like the stuff in America is more like, it feels like it was built by more so the people and the Congress and the stuff, and to ensure the protection of the president, not by the president himself, like trying to protect himself. There's a little difference there, you know what I mean? Putin just seems to be throwing billions of dollars to protect himself. If it was someone else in office, I don't think they'd be doing, like, Putin certainly wouldn't be advocating for all that, I don't think. Maybe he would.
And
I don't pretend to know these things, but just speculating.
he's not going to live forever, but
Hey, it's that guy.
it's very unlikely that the palace
Isn't he like the general that just ran away the other day?
will pass on to the next leader of Russia.
Amazing. What can you even say? What the heck was that? That's Putin's palace from Insider News. Thank you for watching. What a fascinating world we live in. I'll see you guys tomorrow.